What? What am I looking at? So your so-called sacred project is this gigantic IDM computer. I was curious about them during my stay in Laplace, but this one doesn't seem that far advanced to those.
Items of the phenomenal world are all a waste. This one is long broken. After the emanation...
Why do you keep referring to the storm as the emanation? What does the emanation mean?
It is the waves of Numa. We are the expellees of the world of forms. We were banished to this. Everyone here is obsessed with the fake light on the wall, but forgets to look for the truth. Numa, however, will lead us to escape the cave and return to a more supreme realm.
Eh? You make it sound like we're living in piles of rubbish.
Aren't we?
Of course not. If you ask me, I'd say you have absolutely no idea how wonderful the outside world is. Dr. Pepper, the music festivals, Rory Storm, the Hollies and the Rolling Stones. Oh, there are too many to count. If it weren't for this sick storm, I would still be riding a motorcycle in one of those races in London.
Your soul must be pretty...
And the computer, they can calculate extremely large numbers within seconds, better than hundreds of thousands.
In the case of numbers, it's not the bigger the better. Also, this computer has never played a useful part in our study.
Come on, mate. You people just leave it in a cave. Never mind, you'll see what I mean after I fix it.
Can you fix an IDM rig?
No, but I've seen the Laplace people do it. Shouldn't be too difficult, I assume. Oh, the dust! When was the last time you sent people down here to clean? Oh, some critters are nesting here. Oh, did I break into your party? Bertin, come give me a hand. They won't let me touch them.
Show begin? Excellent. Get ready to step onto the stage.
Relax.
No need to look back.
Illusion is enough for them. Malapert.
Stop. No, good time.
Let the show begin.
Frost you with the armor of the forest.
Let the show begin.
No need to look back.
Illusion is enough for them. Enough!
Relax. Good timing. Please, don't resist. Penetrate. The reticent ones are watching you. I weave the gown with thorns. You shall repay with sacrifice of wounds. No, good timing.
Let the show begin.
Thank you for your cooperation. Advice from the forest.
Illusion is enough for them.
Just like the prophecies of the woods, the scales have already been tipped in my direction. I win.
You fixed it. It's great to have you clean the laboratory, Regulus. Your floating point immediately reduced.
Oh, is that a compliment? Sounds like one to me. Thank you.
It's a wordplay, Captain. Infinity minus any numbers still...
Oh, fine. I should have given up the idea of changing your eccentric sorting system. What's the meaning of humans inventing computers if these machines were only left here for some critters to nest in?
Thanks to you, now we can have a look at the previous models, but it's a pity since it only has the data before 2003. Everything in the past 4... This is our chronology, Vertin. From 1999 to 2007, the emanation has taken place 7 times. In the initial 4 years, the emanation has a pattern. First, after that, it suddenly leaped to the 30s.
Every record here can perfectly match what is in the Foundation. Wait! These are the records before 2003, you say? But this one refers to the storm in 1966, which happened recently.
These are indeed the records before 2000. What's following the records is our forecast.
That's to say, how is this possible? That you are clever enough to develop such a precise mathematical model, while at the same...
We just worked out the patterns in the number sequences.
You made such precise prediction even without leaving the island.
You don't need to go into a river to find out the pattern of its flow. Moreover, we would send people to observe in the... She is the co-author of this model. Nobody knows this computer.
So you have a mother too?
2?
37.
Whereas, like many people, she was restored to her true form.
The form, you said?
What kind of question is this? The form, or the essence, is what's left of you after all the fakeness has been peeled off.
Now we are listening to the New Year collection. The world-famous painting Mona Lisa was found and returned to Musée du Louvre in the afternoon of the U.S. Congress passed the Federal Reserve Act on December 23rd. The conflict between Austria-Hungary and Serbia has escalated. In London, futurists gathered under Big Ben, celebrating the upcoming 1914.
This is... news...
What about on your side?
Well, I am with Sophia. Arcana's still in the hall. She hasn't taken any action so far. Got it. Please keep an eye on the Manus followers. Be mindful of the restrictions set by the Bangle. Who are you talking to? Just checking up on Lilia.
Please stay vigilant during the patrol. This is the last place we need to check. We must keep this graveyard clean. Our dead deserve to be left in peace.
Miss Sophia, you said this is the graveyard?
Yes, the geometry graveyard it is called. 4 years ago, my father was restored to a geometric body on his way back to the island.
Why
I was wrong. We calculated it wrong, 37. We miscalculated the impacted area of the emanation. When the emanation happened, the bow of their ship had just entered the safe area. But it was my dad is gone. So is your mom.
I know. But why are you crying? My mom and your dad have come back to us, right?
Have come back? Do you call this coming back like this? In the form of geometric bodies?
No. They have gone somewhere further. Look at them. These geometric bodies. How pure and how elegant. I've never seen such perfect geometric bodies before. If they are not from the eternal and transcendental world of forms, how should we explain this?
37?
I'm going to study the emanation, Sophia. This is the best chance ever. The transcendental world finally opens its door to us. We will reach our hands to the forms and explore the oldest and eternal laws. Will you help me, Sophia? Next time I will definitely make a better calculation. I promise.
Thank you for assisting 37 with her research, Sonetto.
No, I didn't do anything. Timekeeper knows the storm better.
You have helped us greatly by just coming onto this island. For all this time, 37 has been locked up in the laboratory, refusing to talk to anyone. Since the 2-day emanation, it is you who helped her revive her interest in other affairs in Apiron.
These are Timekeeper's contributions. I barely did anything.
I can't help 37. Because I don't see the charm of numbers. I lack the perception that an integer should have. That's why I can't see my own number.
The number's charm? Sorry, I have never thought about this. For me, if you ask me, you are an unbelievably excellent arcanist. You can flatten the ground, clean up the beach, and rectify errors. You did it in an efficient and precise manner, which is already an advanced ritual.
Any students who have sworn to knowledge, they aren't doing my job because they wish not to wait, because they have seen the truth.
The phenomenal world is never complete. No matter how much time you spend on it or how sophisticated your device is, it is impossible to draw a perfect circle in the phenomenal world. Our zeros always exist. The floating points after the decimal can be reduced. The perfect circle only exists in the abstract transcendental world. Of course, anyone in the world can find out the value of pi through the most primitive method. Egyptians, Greeks, Chinese, and Babylonians, however different their practices were, they found out the sole truth because the essence of the circle is hiding in the imperfect manifestation of it. This is the truth. It is eternal. Anyone can reach out to it at any time, in any place, by any. The forms transcend all matters. The world of matters we live in is being flooded.
This doesn't sound right. Let me think. How come your theory reminds me of the Manus doctrine?
"37. We see the storm very differently. Among all the other things, we saw it first of all as a disaster.
But earthquakes, floods, volcanic eruptions, these catastrophic events happen not because they have a reason to destroy. This is what my mother taught me. She must be proud that she's...
I'm sorry for mentioning your mother.
Why do you apologize, Furton? Are you... This is a very unusual feeling for a number like you.
I don't get it. Why did you say my number is 0?
I just saw it. The numbers of everything and every being would just emerge in front of... I see it, and I speak it out loud.
210 told me numbers imply our fate.
Don't believe him, Verton. Numbers are just numbers. I know nothing. Fine. I don't think I like 210, because I once said he is a poor number. 200 looks like he has it all, but he doesn't have any real forte.
This is indeed an extreme comment.
And 6 is no better. Every leader...
What about your number? What does 37...
I don't know. I am 37. People told me what it means, but I know very little of fate. So even if I find out their essences, does it mean I have known them better?
"37 once tried to tell me my number. She wrote it down and put it into a bottle, but I once made a horrible mistake. And unforgiveness makes me worried. So I threw the bottle into the sea. This is how 37 is different from us. We are all prisoners of that cave. Only the wise one can find her way out of the cave and return to rescue the rest of us. I'm the ignorant prisoner who sits, and she's the wise one who returns. I will be crushed into dust by the truth, while she will be... The truth is like the stars in the night sky. It has been there long before my existence. It sheds no tears for the weak, nor laments the tragic fate. The person who avoids the truth is not qualified to study it. I'm sorry. My interpretation has been a...
No, I think I kind of know how you feel, Miss Sophia. However unworthy you think you are, there must be something we can do. Maybe we can't reach the core of the truth, but we can clean up the path to it for the future explorer. This is our fate.
Interesting insight. I have come to understand why 37 likes you so much. Let us go back to work then. Start from dusting the tombstones.
Alright, I've had enough of these soul... I want to have a look at your model. Wow, seriously? How did you get this far?
This model has been proven wrong. For 4 whole years we had been optimizing it. But the emanation in 1929 only lasted for 2 days. Which means that model is just like this computer. It's a piece of junk, and this is all I can present to you.
No, it's not junk. I think I know why your model didn't work.
What?
Manus Vindictae has changed history. They accelerated history, forcing historical events to happen earlier than they were supposed to. Thus, the storm in 1929 occurred sooner than it should.
No way! Controlling the emanation. Changing the history of the outside world. Numa is eternal and transcendental. It won't obey any orders given from the
I'm telling the truth, 37. I've been there. In the storm of 1929, your model was not wrong. You just missed some key information. You've never been to the place where the storm falls, and thus know nothing about the symptoms of the storm and the true purposes of Manus Vindictae.
No! That's impossible! Even if there are means to control the emanation, it wouldn't be like this. If this is true, does it mean the phenomenal world, this mother's model, was defeated by... Vertin, could you give us proof? The proof that Manus Vindictae accelerated history and triggered the emanation.
I swear I wasn't lying.
No, not like this. To prove it in front of Epiron, go to our sacred place. To the Hall of Truth, I beg you. Give them your proof, just like how we submit the proof of ours.
Come here, please. I mean it. This is a keeling, and even the most traditional, delicate, and expensive kind. It has applied fiery red as the dominant color, and the stitches are perfectly neat. Oh. From the sea, just like you, darling. It arrived with a meerschaum pipe, a glass jar, a pack of sugar cubes, and a child in panic. Both she and the Keeling were born on the land where the craft originated. Their appearances apply the same dominant color, and the patterns in them share similar complexity. Oh, your curiosity is aroused. But we are not done with the carpets yet. You've always got to get a souvenir or two every time you reach a new place. So you will have something to show when you tell the stories one day, right? Look at these handmade fabrics. How splendid! Those incredible patterns were the only thing on the craftswomen's minds when they made the carpets. It's safe to say they have spent their whole life improving their skills at using but they are just people like us. What if they get distracted? Then you will be in trouble. Big. They always step into the same river named the Cook. Their duty is to remove. No one is capable of doing this job except the altruists, because it is similar to unraveling a ball of wool. And she, the red-haired little girl with the carpet in her arm, not yet familiar with the ruler, she tried her best to find the end of the threads. See, that's the problem every corrector has to deal with. Their job is... Oh, it's no big deal. She left the complicated patterns behind. There she made the first contact with a spinning loom named geometry. She had, without a whole picture of what she was working on, she resorted, in the end, her hands were no longer tender, but tough. Yes, she's a quick learner. She learned even faster than... That girl is like a perfect piece. In order to reach the showcase where that perfect piece lies, and to stay on the right track, she has done everything she could. But, anyone can tell that as long as they spend some time on the island. Oh, of course not. She's only a bit different from others. So she will continue to weave on the loom until one day the spindle... Shh. I should stop here. You know that mathematician who was thrown into the sea? He died because he said something he shouldn't have. Cut not wood on a public road. Open not an I don't know what to say next.
Wait a second, just a second. Isn't this still the dungeon? Are you setting us up?
All caves are interconnected. This is the way to our sacred place.
37, wait. I remember Sophia once told us that trespassing on the sacred...
No worries. The restrictions were to help us not be distracted by the unimportant details in life.
Oh, excellent. I will tell it to the Abraxas when it shows up. Huh? Hey, 37. Are you sure this is the right way? My heart just sank.
Are you scared?
Oh, you wish. But when I was exploring underground, we ran into some fog like this one. Oh, it doesn't bring you any wanted guests, mind you.
Maybe you were their target because you are...
Oh, is that so? You integers will be fine then. Good luck. Don't beg this pirate for help later.
Hold that. Something is coming out.
Rooster ahead with two snakes as its feet.
They're coming for us.
Ha! What did I say? Don't beg.
Regulus, prepare for battle.
Okay, I know. I was just teasing her.
The stone bangle is activated. But they're just Abraxas. Regulus, wait for their attack.
What? What kind of request is this?
Listen to me, Regulus. That's of prime importance.
Fine. If it is of prime importance, this pirate will try her best.
not make an enemy of the earth.
No worries.
Let the show begin.
Please, don't resist.
Penetrate.
Malapert.
Good timing.
Let the show begin.
Frost you the armor of the forest.
Enough! Foolish!
Relax. Please, don't resist.
Foolish!
No need to look back. Good timing. Advice from the forest.
Annoying bugs. This shall be my only act. Thy ending is destined.
Pride goes before the fall. I've been there. You better take it.
That's it. I still have 10 more songs to play.
These are not the same kind of Abraxas as we've encountered before. Do they have different varieties?
Wait, where is Miss 37?
Hey, come on, keep up. Did she just take off like that while we fought? Sneaky little. We should leave too, Vertin.
Wait a second, Regulus. Do you sense anything familiar in the fog?
Uh-huh, you bet. This is the first guest room we were put in when we first entered the island.
No, Captain. This apple has the same strange feeling. We saw the rise of Ceres in the same kind of fog.
That's the same fog as in the Elitial space.
That is to say, this fog is the cause of our illusion to see the Ceres and the Abraxas.
Don't rush to conclusions. Follow 30. Oh, and what's that series you were talking about?
I just picked up a piece of paper. Like this, just bent over and reached to the ground.
What book is it?
Oh, probably just some math problems left from the critter's breakfast. You never... Wait, the Compound of Alchemy. This is that alchemy handbook given to Edward IV by George Ripley. Why is it here?
Look at this, Captain. Seems like there are more ancient texts about alchemy hidden inside the hole. But they are all incomplete.
Oh, so maybe I need to crack some more crossword.
Our caves endow people with wisdom. Our secret knowledge is hidden in the silent boulder walls. The knowledge in those books is just a drop in the ocean. Follow me, Regulus.
Vertin, you lot go ahead. Go with 37. I will meet you outside.
You want to read these books here?
The knowledge passed down through language can easily be distorted.
No, I'm not going to stay here. I'm going back. Oh, alright, I might as well just admit that your cave indeed has... If I follow its lead, perhaps I'll finally work out the answer about that little thing I've been carrying with me. Never thought that I'd find the answer here. Easy as picking up a shell on a beach.
What? You don't want to get close?
Oh, of course I do. And that's precisely why I don't want to get to it so easily. I don't want it to be fed into my brain. Come on, it's the ultimate truth that we're talking about. If someone just tells me the ending of Lord of the Flies before I enjoy the book...
Oh. I only met 2 people who reject the truth. So this is the mindset of irrational numbers. Thank you for being my subject of observation, Regulus. Go, Vertin. We have a long way ahead.
Be careful, Regulus.
Don't worry, I know this place well enough by now. After all, I've never been so welcomed in any other place ever. Critters, monsters, creatures with strange heads. Do you worse? This pirate...
Nothing unexpected. For now.
No worries.
Plan A, Plan B.
Please, don't resist.
An unconventional choice.
Relax.
A tooth for a tooth.
Please, don't resist.
Pay for thy sins with thy blood. Pay for thy sins with thy blood.
Plan A,
An eye
Plan B.
for an eye. Feel its pain and know its regret.
On thy ways.
Thou shalt make an atonement for thy sins in full.
Free.
An eye
Plan
for
A.
an eye. Pay for thy sins with thy blood.